Hi,
Okay.
I'm Jack Canfield.
Jack, oh, nice to feed nice to feed you. Yes, I'm feeding you my attention, aren't I? Yes. Pay attention to the signs of the universe. Yes. Jack Camfield. Look, beautiful, beautiful doors, beautiful patio. Look, oh, lavish, amazing. Jack, I'm going to say can I be like you, but no. Look, no. Okay. So, let's continue.
And today I want to teach you how to recognize the signals the universe sends you when it's trying to get your attention and give you the vital information you need to make your life better.
Wow. I'm gonna pay attention to him fully, more even more so now because look, he's on stage. Yes, he is the one, and he is the day, and he is greatness. Look, standing tall. Look, Jack Canfield, everyone.
As I'm sure you've noticed by now, the universe works in mysterious ways. It is constantly working to make available to you the tools, the resources, the people, and the lessons you need to become the person you are meant to be. But it always doesn't make those things totally obvious or even always easy. You might need to go through bankruptcy in order to finally learn the money lessons you need to create a life of true.
Is that guy like he's baked? Look at him, super baked. Yes. You know why? Because I'm sure he's all for natural remedies. Yes, and he probably put some on his neck and all over his face just because it's so replenishing. Yes.
Financial abundance. You might have to get laid off or fired from a job you don't like in order to find the job you actually love. Or you might have to go through a painful breakup before.
Wow, yes. Go through all these tribulations, the sufferings of the world. Are you going to preach about the sufferings of the world? Jack, are you going to do that? Yes, I think so.
You're ready to meet and fall in love with the love of your life. Now, you might feel at times as if you're a newspaper caught up in the wind, being blown about with no clear direction. But if you start paying attention, you'll
Please.
realize that the universe is constantly sending you signals that show you where you need to go. And
Yeah, like look, Jack, you got it right. Look, it's raining outside and you're inside. You made the right choice. Okay, you can go on. I know you have a calendar where you put gold stars, so give yourself a gold star and pat yourself on the back with that big ring finger. Yes.
what you need to do to create the life of your dreams. So, today I'd like to share 5 powerful clues that you can begin to pay attention to that will help you understand what you're meant to do to become the person you're meant to be. The first clue I'd like you to focus on is the experience of joy. I always tell my students and clients that joy is the ultimate GPS system. When you experience true joy, it's a sign you're on the right track and doing what you're meant to be doing. On the
Ah,
other hand, when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you might feel dissatisfied, deeply unhappy with your life, the actual opposite of joy.
so now you're creating the opposites now, right? Now you're creating, right, the opposites. Jack, is that what you're doing? I hope I hope that's not what you're doing, Jack. I hope that's not what you're doing. Because that would be misleading, right? Yes. But no, you would mislead me, right? No, you had me caressed right like this, like a nice loaf of bread nestled against your bosom, right? Because you're going to feed me. I know you are, Jack.
Now, if you're not happy with your job or where you are living or any other aspect of your life, that may be the universe telling you that it's time to make a change. The change might be an external change like quitting your job, or it might be an internal change like changing how you're approaching that job. Now, as you move through life, start paying close attention to the times when you are experiencing joy. That's the universe telling you this is what you're meant to be doing. And once you know what it is, you can start looking for more opportunities to create
Okay, this is the rabbit hole.
that in your life.
This is the rabbit hole, Jack, and you know it. You know you didn't get your success by the advice that you're giving. No, you know that that's not true, Jack. Okay, and perhaps in many ways, yes, but it's based on lies because you're not telling people the truth. And the truth is, yes, Jack, you will go through tribulations, but listen, you overcome them, right? And you You're not the victim, Jack, and you know that.
The next signal I'd like you to pay attention to is any physical pain that you might experience. The whole purpose of pain is to alert your body and your mind to the fact that something isn't right. So the sooner you pay attention, the sooner you can heal whatever physical ailment might be bothering you.
So, Jack, do you listen to that? Do you listen to your body? Do you listen to your body? I don't know. Something tells me probably not all the time. If not most of the time, you don't, Jack. And I love this pink sweater because it truly is really big. Maybe to hide how how big you are. I don't know, Jack. Listen, what are you pushing?
But sometimes, though, the thing that's bothering you may not be the problem with your physical body. Instead, it might be the physical manifestation of a stress, an anxiety, or an unhealed emotional wound.
Okay, here we go. Trying to make it complicated, right? Trying to make it complicated. No, it's Jack. Have you ever thought that maybe it's the very nature of the jobs that are meaningless that these people are doing that they actually question, well, is it all worth it? And Jack, you're telling them to just make a list of the pros and cons of how they feel. And if they have physical pain, yeah, make make it a bullet point. Make it a bullet point on your list, Jack. Make it a just blast it into your brain. Just blast that bullet into your brain. Okay? Because you're smashed.
So if you ever experience pain that you can't get to the bottom of, it's probably a sign that some belief you're hanging on to, or some thought that you're thinking, or some emotion you're not expressing, or something you're doing or not doing isn't working. And that the universe is using physical pain as a way to draw your attention to it.
Jack, how did you get that enlightenment? Wow, that's so profound. I I'm going to start applying that immediately. Okay, because Jack, I didn't know before that any pain was a response of my body telling me something. No. The whole time I just thought it just happened because I don't know. Um like evolution. I don't know why, but it just did. Right, Jack? Yes.
Far too often, we're taught from childhood to ignore pain, or to grin and bear it, or to numb it out with painkillers or alcohol or drugs. But pain should never be ignored or totally suppressed with drugs or alcohol. I'm not talking about post surgical.
No, Jack, instead you should throw lavish parties with drugs and alcohol and celebrate with them, right, Jack? Yes. I'm sure you do. Last night was a big one for you. And of course, now there's probably somebody passed out on your lawn. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Surgical pain, or the pain from a broken finger or a sprained ankle. Temporarily, painkillers are useful in that situation, but you especially want to pay attention to chronic pain. It could be related to something you shouldn't be eating, some emotions you're not dealing with, or some situation that you need to address that you're avoiding.
Yes, like evil, Jack. Like what's coming out of your mouth right now, right? And this loaf keeps getting smaller, right? Jack, are you slowly smothering it? Yes. That's what you're doing, Jack. You're slowly smothering the life. You're beating the life out of yourself, Jack. And through creating a video like this, you promote that smothering of that life out of anyone who believes what you're saying.
Now, I remember when I was in graduate school, I had this very painful, almost like a muscle spasm or sciatica in my left buttock. I had had it for several months. And as part of my graduate education and psychological education, I participated in a weekend workshop with a psychologist. And when I stated that I had this chronic pain in my buttock, he asked me to speak to the pain. He said, talk to the pain. So I started by saying, I don't want you here anymore. You're a real pain in the butt. I want you to leave now. And at that moment, the workshop leader asked me, he says, who do you want to say that to in your life? And I realized I really wanted to say those words to Terry, a friend of mine who'd come to stay in my apartment for a couple of weeks, but who had now been there for several months.
Wow, Jack. So, of course, there may be there may be something to what you're saying about uh, you know, emotional pain, trauma then manifesting as physical, yes, pain, or growth, such as cancer or all these other diseases, basically a malfunction. The swarm overcame that tissue and it's just eating you. It's see the life has been smashed out of you, and your body's just decomposing. So, okay, Jack, are you gonna talk about that, or are you just gonna talk about those are the signs and okay, that's what you need to pay attention to. Okay, attention to the pain. Thanks for telling us that, Jack.
Now, Terry's extended presence had literally become a pain in the ass. And as soon as I went home and informed him that I needed and wanted my privacy, and he had 1 week to move out, the pain literally immediately went away. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people numb out their pain, the pain of an unfilling or abusive relationship or a
Exactly. They numb it out or they brainwash it away. They soap it they just gently remove it by focusing their attention and their emotional baggage to another cloud that really just leaves you like this. Okay, this 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 is regret. Guys, okay, this is regret. This is the face and the eyes of regret. Okay, filled with regret. Look at him. He regrets, right? Look, of course, of course.
mind numbing, soul killing job with alcohol or pot or even heavier drugs.
Again, referring back to, oh, Jack, you're probably still like on another level right now, Jack. Okay, so you're condemning something, but I don't know, Jack. It's pretty lavish. That look, you love to party. You have the popped collar. Okay, look, you're exposed. Yes, I don't know who finds this attractive, but of course you're putting yourself out there because, yes, you're in it to win it, and you're in it to smash it.
The problem is that numbing out your pain is like taking the battery out of your smoke detector because the noise it's making is annoying you. Just like the smoke detector, your physical pain is sending you a message that you need to pay attention to. Now, whether that message is telling you that something is wrong in your body or that something is wrong in your life, it's important to listen to it and take action to resolve it.
Wow, Jack, are you supposed to be some sort of coach? Because I thought coaches are supposed to, really just bring out the most bold essence of what you are. Yes, and guide you, right? Not steer you and lead you to in their image. Are you the broken dad that abused his son into what becoming what you could never? I don't know. But Jack, listen. Now you're probably don't ignore the universe, it, the experience of joy, any physical pain you might experience, anything that get stuck in your head, anything that gets stuck. Okay, like filth, like the filth that you're saying right now, Jack. I don't know. Is it cleanliness? Is it truth? I don't know because you seem to be only talking about pain in the superficial level. Because yes, it's an indicator of something. But listen, Jack, it's a spiritual battle, and you are over here to overcome. You're not here to just make sure that your flesh is in so-called optimum order because you don't believe that yourself. Because I don't know, Jack. Look in the mirror. Are you at the most optimal? I don't know. You probably love uh, eating a lot, and of course, healthy food. I doubt you eat unhealthy food, right, Jack? Of course.
Now, the third signal I encourage you to pay attention to is anything that gets stuck in your head, like a song that won't stop playing in your mind or a recurring dream you keep having. For example, if you have I can't get no satisfaction from the Rolling Stones stuck in your head,
All superficial things again, okay? But what does that point to, Jack? But no, you're not going to talk about that. What is the underlying, dissatisfaction, the complete, you know, uh, bankruptcy of a vessel that you constantly need you feel the need to fill with anything and everything that will make you feel more elevated and more comfortable, right? In the misery. That, yes, you tell people that they have to endure, but don't overcome it. Just brainwash yourself to approach it differently. Yes, do that.
You might be getting a message from your subconscious that you're frustrated with the lack of satisfaction in your life and you need to make some changes to increase your happiness.
Yes, guys, do everything that you need to increase your happiness because that's what it's all about. This guy says it, and he knows. He knows the truth. Look, his tongue is split in half. And are you going to tell me more tips on how to be successful? Over like
I can't tell you how many times I've had a song stuck in my head only to realize that that song or the lyrics in that song had the exact message I needed to hear at that moment in my life.
right, Jack. There are signs of the universe, knowing how to tell the times and signs, all right? And instead of telling people what they mean, because maybe you do know, but of course you're not going to tell them, no. And yes, suffer you will, and suffer anyone who listens to you, yes. Because not only will they smash like you, um, but look, now it's obviously come to completion. What you're saying now is just repetition, okay? And of course, you're doing a beautiful, word salad, wordsmithing, right? You have the silver tongue. And yes, let's continue.
Now, if you open your mind to receiving messages as this, I bet you'll notice the same thing. Or if you keep having a dream over and over where you
Yes, it's life telling you, right? Everything, always. And you and the influence of the world get to then tickle the ear, right? And to mislead you, okay? And of course, you did that very thing, okay? And instead of abandoning your ways, you know, and turning away from, the abyss and to the life, the way and the truth, no, you continue to say that you must do the effort to pay attention to your pain. And then you can realize that, oh, it was just my buddy that he was being a pain in the ass to me, so I got a pain in the ass. And no, it's not going to tell him that, oh, people that have a pain or other, more severe things, no, okay, maybe it's telling them that, whoa, listen, society is the demon, right? It's sucking, it's the succubus. But no, he won't tell you that. He'll tell you, no, go draw near, right? Yes, draw near.
say you're back in high school and you have to take a test that you haven't studied for. Maybe that's a sign that you feel unprepared or unqualified in your job. If that's the case, it might be time to invest in more training to level up your knowledge and your skills. Another important signal I encourage you to pay attention to is your own inner voice or intuition. When you need to make a decision and you're not certain what to do, take time to inquire within.
Okay, notice what he said, your inner voice or intuition. Yes, they're interchangeable, right? So, whatever your inner voice is, yeah, that's your intuition, right, Jack? Okay, so you can, anyone's an intuitive then by that standard. Yes, Jack. Intuitive, all these words, they mean nothing because what he really wants to not say is morality. Yes, okay, you anybody who is immoral is only going to experience a suffering and pain, okay? Of course. But he won't tell you that because he wants you to continue believing that you're a good, decent person, just infallible, and you cannot be wrong. You cannot. And nothing is your fault. No, it could not be your fault. Never. And this guy will just pump out, his wrinkly words out and just smash with them. Okay? Just like he will, and he'll make you kiss his ring. Yes.
Because the truth always is that you already have the answer inside you. You're just not aware of it yet. Now, that little voice inside you may be hard to hear at times. And one way to make it easier to hear it is to meditate regularly.
That's
When you
right.
take
Meditate so you can be blasted by other influences. Yes, Jack, thank you. I almost forgot. Guys, you must meditate, right? And allow other entities to come into you and advise you because, yes, they are only in your favor, guys. Yes, Jack knows and his ring knows. Yes.
Take time to clear your mind of the endless monkey chatter that keeps us so distracted all day long. You'll find it easier to hear the inner truth that lives deep inside you.
The only thing that lives deep inside you is your cold stone heart, okay? Jack, you're not fooling anyone, okay? And the only truth is coming to know that no man can make himself, a new man. No, that is a lie. Okay, that is only the renewal process of the only life, the living life, the way and the truth. But no, Jack, you renegade. You're a renegade from that, and you have created your own discipline, your own doctrine of how to, just use the signs and symptoms to treat um, superficial wounds. But yes, know that they are important, but no, never ask the most profound realization that you could ever come by even contemplating on the cause, right? The cause, Jack. The cause, Jack. The cause, Jack. Are you pointing towards the cause, right? Maybe you're pointing towards the heart, right? And of course, if your heart is of stone, then you will only stone others and you will smash them. Okay? Yes. And your brain is smashed.
Now, if you don't know how to meditate, you can order my Awakening Power program, which
Oh, of course. Order this guy's awakening power. This guy, oh, I love his voice. I can't wait to just plug in and $125 just 6 CDs. Wow, just blast. Just blast my brain with these binaural beats, just changing my brain. Okay? I want to change my brain, guys, because I want to become enlightened like the lotus, like this, and have blue power, forever light, ice cold, right? Just dead, just in the abyss, completely abyssed. Yes.
contains 12 guided visualizations and meditations at my website, jackcanfield.com. Or go to YouTube where there are many guided meditations that you can listen to. Now, finally,
Or
remember that
yeah,
you can
notice how
simply
he
ask
just kind of like a little bit like belittled it a little bit. He was like, or do that. Yeah, of course.
the universe what it's trying to tell you. The universe's communication with you is not a one-way street. If you're ever at a loss for the direction you should take in a specific circumstance, take a moment to simply
No, okay, it is a one-way street because what it will smash you, it smashes you. Okay, you, you you're not born independent. You're here and you depend on your parents. If they don't care about you, you'll get smashed. You smashed, and of course, any person that comes in obviously needs to make their way out of it, right? Somehow they rely on what the only one knowing certainty, right? The faith, the unshatterable union, right? Bond, the bond that is with the creator, right? And the love source, right? And if you don't have that, Jack, and if you don't tell people that that's what it's about, Jack, then you are a deceiver. You're deceiving people into lying that it's only about energy and it's only about um, physical pain. Yes, Jack, and about realizing your friend is a pain in the ass. Okay.
close your eyes and ask for guidance. Now, how you do this is up to you. You may want to pray for guidance to whatever higher power you believe in.
Oh, there we go. Exactly. To whatever higher power. Because Jack Canfield, I'm surprised it took you 7 minutes to get to that point because I thought you were going to speak of it earlier on maybe, how to let other entities just, possess you and just, destroy and smash you. Okay. I thought you were going to mention it earlier, but okay, now you did it. And yes, pray to whatever higher. Why don't you include lower? Jack, why don't you say higher or lower? Because at this point, it doesn't matter, right? Because you don't give a damn. You don't give a damn. And this ring doesn't give a damn. It does give a damn because it looks like it's getting a little tight, Jack. Jack, it looks a little tight. And soon your finger might smother, right? But you don't care because you're numb. You're numb. You're numbed. And you don't care. And you're blasted, okay? And you're smashed.
Whether you call it God, source, spirit, the universe, or infinite intelligence. Or you may prefer to ask the universe to send you a clear sign. The more you open yourself to the powers that be, however you choose to define that, the easier it will be for you to find the answers you seek.
Right, Jack. Is that how you did it? Yes. You prayed to other entities to fill you and smash and dine you and pump and dump you, and now you're doing the same. Okay? And so, of course, you believe that the world is here, to provide for you and to love you, right? And that, yes, you're here, your measure of success is, yes, of what your legacy will be, right? You want to leave a legacy, Jack, don't you? That's why you probably have a foundation, and you probably have, grants and sponsors. But listen, Jack, you're leading people, to their slaughter, right? Because you're beating the life out of yourself. Maybe you've already beat it out of you relentlessly, but now the focus is others, because, of course, that prestige can only be sustained by the flesh of others and the complete worship of others, and basically blind following and continuance in their own filth and sufferings of the world. But no, you're not going to show them how to overcome that, or what it is to overcome at all. No, you're going to talk about, listen, how you can just use that to manipulate your position so that you can eventually leave that job that you hate, or listen, yeah, maybe dump that girl and get a better girlfriend. But listen, Jack, that's worthless advice. Okay? Um, the only thing you can do in life that actually brings peace is the surrender, humbleness to admit that you're wrong and that you have no power and influence over, the betterment of you as a man. No, that only comes through the Holy Spirit, and you deny it. And so, Jack, that's why you're
See.
smashed.
So here's your homework to complete after watching this video. Take a moment to write down all the times you've ever felt really true joy in
Oh,
your life.
homework? Oh,
What is that joy telling you? And how can you bring more of it
amazing.
into your life? And also be sure to write down any other signals you think the universe might be sending you. Maybe you
Right,
feel
guys,
stuck
because
at
you're
your
so
job.
stupid. Guys, you're so stupid. You need to have homework, and you're what? Maybe like smashed post wall people, just like not knowing where their life went wrong, just like completely obliterated. Like this guy, clueless of how you got there. And this guy's gonna tell you, guys, I have the solution. Look at him, look at him. Okay, now it's, he's, oh, okay, that's the salesman look right there, guys, because he knows he has regret, and because he knows he's selling you a lemon, okay? But he's hoping. So there's this false hope, look, and he's hoping the people watching have the same false hope and can relate to him in that moment, but really they're not relating on a profound thing. No, they're just relating on that shallowness. Okay, look, he's doing it.
Or you're frustrated with a toxic person in your life, or you're experiencing some sort of physical pain. Whatever message is the universe sending you, write it down. Now, and then think about it, contemplate about it. That's the important part. So go ahead now and leave a comment below with your thoughts. I'd love to read what you have to say and answer any questions you might have. So thanks for watching, and remember, nothing will change for the better until you do. Now, if you found this video
Nothing will change for the better until you do. Okay, very, very chic, very slick, Jack. But again, you fail to provide people with actual, wisdom. No, you leave them with just further information that they can go pump out and, subscribe to you, and maybe buy some of your CDs that they can pump into their system, right? Again, feeding on filth and feeding on lies. And of course, look at your wonderful picture. Look, maybe maybe just by looking at you, somehow my pain will go away, right? Or anybody who has pain just should look into the abyss, right? Just look into the abyss and say, man, this guy was right. Okay, I'm going to end it here.